I'm at 5331 North 33rd Street. This house was built in 1929. Let's look around. Let's take a step back and check out this roof. It looks older, definitely. You can see the wear and tear. I would definitely say replace it. Let's get closer and see how many layers are on there. The layers are not that noticeable. There's a possibility that there could be a newer roof, but it's not. You could already see minimum 2 layers at this point. It looks like the thickness of right underneath that eave, it looks like that there could be some cedar siding. Or cedar shingles, I'm sorry, cedar shingles. I highly recommend recognizing that because that's going to cost more to do. So once you tear off the 2 layers that are existing, you could see you'll probably have to deal with cedar shingles, which is a lot more expensive to remove. So just forewarning, because that's what I'm seeing right underneath that edge of that eave where it's sticking out a little bit. We've got the eave above is pulling away, would have to have some repair up there. Obviously the roof, the gutters will be scraped and painted. Some of the trim around the doorway would have to be scraped and painted. The steps are in good shape, but I would say spray them, repaint them. We've got some of this wall that would have to be rebuilt. You could see it's falling over. That would have to be, the landscape would have to be all cleaned up, trimmed back. On this side of the house, definitely gutter clean out, scrape and paint gutters. We're going to walk around the house and come back to the front. This concrete, I'm learning more and more. I could see that when they put this, they're trying to help out with the grading, but I think that's a very bad idea because what happens is that water is still getting behind there. And now a lot of this concrete work or these bricks are starting to bow towards the house. We could be fine inside, which then obviously leave everything as is, maybe just do some landscaping, but if it's not good inside, which I'm feeling there's going to probably be some water issues just because of some of these bricks and these blocks that are like bowing towards the house near the window over there, obviously then back corner right here, I'm seeing that we're going to have some water problems in the basement. Our fence is bowing a little bit. You can see that. With that said, we're going to have to repair that. Going back towards the garage, definitely replacement of the roof. We're looking at, just so you know, we're looking at 1, 2, 3, 4, minimum 4 layers. This roof will definitely have to be torn off and then replaced. You could see that we have some soffit and fascia issues. It was wrapped, but it's falling off, so we would have to rewrap it, but prior to rewrapping it, it would have to be repaired. Looks like we had some fire. This was charcoal. So what this means to me is that we've got some issues with the framework in this corner. Obviously the siding will have to be replaced up to a certain point. We probably don't have to do the entire side, or it would probably be cheaper to do the entire side and then replacing it. But you could see that some of this is, this framework, the actual strength of the framework is going to be weak because it's been charcoaled just from the outside, not even seeing the inside. With that said, and you can see it even across here, you can see the header has been charcoaled back there. So this is going to have to be all cut out and sistered, replaced, definitely fixed up. There's no doubt about that. A door replacement, an overhead door. Let's see, we've got a lot of debris back here that we have to clean up. So that garage is definitely going to not just be an easy fix. Here we go inside here. We got some damage with the door. We're going to have to repair the fencing back here. This is all, I'd say remove all this bricks and, this is all weeds. So basically doing a clean out back here, pulling all this out and seed it. I mean, this is in pretty bad shape with that corner. A lot of weeds in this section, a lot of weeds all the way through this entire back of the house. I mean, this is pretty bad just with the landscaping. There's a lot of landscaping that needs to happen. Or with our door here, you could see that obviously the framework is damaged. It's probably been busted in due to the fire. This is all going to have to be replaced. The service door. See what we look like inside. We do have a door that's existing in here, but there's a huge hole in it. So what will have to happen is that we would definitely have to repair it or replace it. You can see it right there. Framework. There's some charcoal ones. Some roof. Yeah, obviously, when we replace the roof, we could obviously remove a lot of, and it's the entire base. So the entire sheathing in the front part, you could see it around, is all charcoal. All that's going to have to be replaced. And obviously, you can see all those 2x4s. So the trusses, some sheeting, it's going to have to be replaced above. Trim work around. So this is a decent size work here for the fire that was in the garage. It's a small section, so it's nothing. It's not a huge issue, but it's definitely going to have to be torn out and replaced. Unfortunately, the unknown. Oh, we do have electric to the garage, but which is great to know that. That means that we just have some 2-prong. We could update. Then that means if there's electric here, that means that we can put a new opener on here and obviously a new door. So that's actually good news. Okay, let's go. This fence, really bowing hard. It's in the ground. I'm pretty confident that this wasn't built right for how hard it's bowing. That means that it didn't go deep enough, or they didn't put enough concrete in there. One or two things can happen. You could just tear it out. Will probably be your cheapest way to go, or you could try to repair it. The only way to repair it is you're going to have to possibly sister it, and you're going to have to dig into the ground, and actually you have to pull this back up and give it strength. So this is your backyard. Okay. Sidewalk looks decent. Your gate is damaged. You're going to have to replace it. Back door, storm, as well as back door will have to be taken care of, replaced. This side, you're probably going to have a lot of grading issues. You're going to have probably some water in the basement. Obviously, you'll definitely have water in the basement right here because our downspout is not connected. And I'm going to look out into the neighborhood. This is our neighborhood. It's quiet today, but it's pretty chilly out too, so not many people would be out walking around. We do have hand railing that we will have to repair here. There's an industrial site that's across the street. That's your neighborhood mostly. All the homes are on one side of the street. And there's a really busy street about 2 blocks down. You've got a very busy street down there that obviously you could get to the bus pretty quickly. Okay, and that's it. Let's go check out inside.